Do 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 do. Hello. What's up, everybody? I want to make sure y'all can hear me. Last time I came live a second ago, it was the sound wasn't great. So we're gonna try and do it differently this time. It should be better this time. The holistic nurse practitioner, hello. Claire, hello. What's up? All right. Cool. I'm just gonna give it like a few minutes, see who else pops in. Today we're gonna be talking about Mercury retrograde. Now that it's over, Saturn is gonna be going retrograde. It's already starting right now. So, Duchess, I hope you're having an amazing day. Everyone, I hope you're having an amazing day. We are back on YouTube going live. I think there's going to be a lot of fun here. I'm excited. Everyone pull up your chart if you haven't already. I recommend astro-seek.com if you're brand new. If you're brand new, I recommend that. astroseek.com. That'll bring you right to your website. I think that'll be really cool because it does give really nice descriptions. There's also another website. Let me see if it's still up. A person named Astrology Guy. I haven't checked out his site in so long. I think he has a calculator on his site. Never mind. I'll look at it later. How's everyone? Okay. So now that Saturn has retrograded, or excuse me, now that Mercury is done retrograde, it's going direct. The lesson with Mercury going retrograde is mostly seen in the zodiac sign Gemini. How many of you are Gemini placements? Where do you have Gemini in your chart? Go ahead and type that in. Go ahead and type that number of the house that you have Gemini in, because that's the house that you got the lesson in. All right. So, for example, if it happened in your first house has to do with your appearance. It has to do with your personality. It has to do with your persona and who you feel like you are in this earth. So this is very important because when retrograde happens, Mercury, the planet, represents communication. It represents us, thinking. It represents the mind. It represents coins, money as well. Marketing. It talks about how we talk to other people. Okay. So when you have your Mercury and Gemini placements that you're finding in your chart, and on top of that, where is Virgo in your chart? This is all very important because it's going to help you understand how and who you're supposed to be communicating better with. All right. So I'll give you an example with my own chart. if y'all don't mind. Okay. So when you're looking in your chart for Gemini, first you just want to find the Gemini symbol because that's where the Mercury was. So then once you find where Gemini is, you look at the house and you ask yourself, okay, what does this house do? This house does, for example, the third house is about communicating, it's about the mind. Gemini is an air sign. Air signs in astrology, air signs, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, they share ideas and process information intellectually. What does that mean? It means when you feel like something's about to happen, you want something to happen, or something needs to happen, you need to share that idea with people. Okay, you need to communicate that out into the world. If you're shy, ignore the feeling, focus on what will it do? What impact will it have? Who will it help? Because this is going to help you. If you can help people, you can do a lot of things. All right. A lot of you, if you want to have love in your life, you can do that through helping people. If you want to make more money, you should be helping more people. If you want to connect with people, you should be helping them. So when you share your ideas and process information on an intellectual level, not on a heart level, this is going to be the whole purpose of not only Gemini season, but this retrograde that we just experienced. So the other aspect here that we need to think about with Gemini season and with Gemini retrograde is Gemini season and retrograde. It's important that you're flexible, versatile, capable, and adapt to change easily. This makes things good for you because now you position yourself to be happier. All right. So tell me, what house do you have Gemini in, and tell me, what does that house mean? I want you to look up the house meaning too, because that will tell you what areas, as we get into the shadow period, what areas you can still be flexible, versatile, and capable of adapting to change easily in, because it's not supposed to be easy. If one form of communication has always worked for you, well, it's time to learn another one because we're in a different time. Okay. It's really helpful because now we're in a different time and space and we have to do different things, which is awesome. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment them below. I would love to make a follow-up video on questions you might have in the comment section. So that's just one example when you look at your chart. Now, Saturn is going retrograde. This is important. This is going to be going on for 4 months. It's going to be a nice 4 months of Saturn retrograde in the zodiac sign Cancer. If you are in the zodiac sign Aquarius, if you are an Aquarius, if you are a Capricorn, this is going to affect you more, I feel. If you are a fixed sign placement like Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, this is going to affect you because Saturn is squaring, making a square to all of those, except for Leo, zodiac signs. So Leo, it's going to be opposing you. So for Leo, you might feel it a little bit. I would say you're going to get it less out of the 4 fixed signs. Okay. Because you're opposite. These squares are hard, which means there's more tension with squares. Okay. So this is going to be really good. Where do you have Leo in your chart? Where do you have Scorpio in your chart? Where do you have Taurus in your chart? Where do you have Aquarius in your chart? Because it's going to show you the house that you need to be focusing on for these next 4 months. Also, where you have Aquarius is directly what you need to be focusing on for these next 4 months, because that will help you work with that energy, which is Saturn. Saturn represents karma, but it represents karma in the side of what you do is what you get. What you put out is what you receive. So if there's something that you're seeking, if there's something that you're feeling in your heart, in your body, in your mind, that is going to resonate out into the world. If you're working extremely hard to build something right now, these next 4 months, your body, your business, your ideas, your relationships, your connection with your health, all of these things are going to pay off in the next 4 months for sure. You don't need to start later. You can start those things now. Saturn is really great about, okay, let's do this and get this out of the way. When it's retrograde, what have we not been doing that we can knock out? What can we make time for? What can we give authority to? Another word that comes in with this Saturn retrograde is sovereignty. For those of you who don't know what sovereignty, it's when you rule over yourself. When you have rulership over yourself, no one can tell you what to eat. No one can tell you what to do. No one can tell you who to be. You just are. Okay. And that's a very important thing to learn as we age, as we grow out of the matrix, as we grow out of society and into society. It's very important that you figure out who and what you are in this moment. All right. So that's going to be really beautiful, I believe, for everyone. The other zodiac signs that are affected by this are going to be the Aquarius people and the Libra people. You're definitely going to be feeling like expressing yourself in a new way. I would focus on just communicating really well. The better you communicate, the better people understand you. Buying books on communication, watching podcasts on communication, listening to podcasts, YouTube videos, hiring someone to teach you how to communicate better, hiring someone that communicates well, talking to and hanging out with your friends that communicate really well, staying next to your coworkers, your family members that communicate well. This is all going to be very good for you over these next 4 months because that Saturn is in a communication planet, which is Aquarius. The more consistent you are with this over these next 4 months, the better. All right. This is going to be amazing for those of you who need that kind of support, especially if you are running any type of structured business or group of people. How many of you have a business? How many of you are starting a project with a company? How many of you are starting a new job? How many of you are starting a new family or reinventing the family that you have? This is that time to restructure those things. Saturn loves to structure things. Deconstruct, structure. You separate things, look at everything, and then piece it back together with less pieces. Why? Because it's less likely to break if there's less pieces. All right. So this is going to be a really good time for those of you who know how to reverse engineer things. If you can look at a problem and reverse engineer it, this is going to help you tons. All right. This is going to give you tons of solutions. Also, Aquarius represents friends and bonds with people. So building really strong connections with people is going to be likely. I would say the zodiac sign that needs to accept these things, not just Capricorn, not just Aquarius, but Pisces is going to be affected by this heavily as well. Saturn sextile anything is just going to make it a very powerful experience. So right now we're looking, Saturn is square north node, south node, ascendant, midheaven, Eris, Vesta. What does that mean? Squares in astrology represent tension. They represent challenge. So when you see a planet squaring another object or another planet in astrology, it means that there's a challenge there. It's a good thing because if you can overcome the challenge, this is going to help you get to the next level of whatever you're working on. When it's squaring north node, this means that we all have the challenge and the opportunity to figure out what our purpose is in life. And our purpose is to figure out our purpose. If you know your north node and the house it's in, go ahead and comment it. But just know that your purpose is to find your purpose. No one's north node is going to be exactly the same. The degrees matter, the aspects matter. Just knowing the north node is the very beginning, the very first important step. So learn, study that, figure out the house that it's in. That's going to tell you what direction, what degree is it at. That's going to tell you how mature your north node is, how much energy and time and effort you need to be pouring into it. Okay. The later the degrees, the more mature, the less energy, in my opinion, in my feeling. The more immature, the less the degree, 1, 2, 3, 5 degrees, 10 degrees, the more it needs discipline. All right. So this is really good information because it's going to help you understand what you want to be working on and what you need to do to get to that next step for yourself. Because success is guaranteed to all of you. Money is guaranteed to all of you. Getting money and getting success is easy. We need to make a plan though, and we need to stick to the plan. And when the plan isn't feeling like it's working, we got to stick to the plan because self-sabotage is alive and thriving, and we want to make sure to, rather than try and defeat it, be aware of the self-sabotage behaviors we have so that we can use them to our advantage, so that we can learn them, so that we can work with them, not as a coping mechanism like it was designed or being used as currently, but as a strategy to say, oh, I'm not that great with time. What am I going to do? I'm going to set calendar dates. I'm going to use timers on my phone. I'm going to use all of the devices in my house to remind me to do the things that I say I want to do. And this is going to help us be more efficient. This is going to help us plan better. Also, having a journal, having some kind of a scheduled journal where you can write things down, this is going to be very, very helpful because we can put our plans in there. Saturn is a really good planet to work with when we're working with getting things done and accomplishing things. Ask any Aquarius or Capricorn placement when they have plans to get things done, those things get done. Okay. So that's how we want to approach these next 4 months, is when you want to get something done, especially with your connections with other people, your connections with yourself, groups, your wishes, your dreams, your goals. This is the right time to step into that power. So I'm super excited for all of you to be doing that. All right. This is going to be amazing. All right. Very, very impressive time. I do expect a lot of businesses to either fail or get started. The ones that survive are obviously good. Biggest thing is during this time period, if you're a business owner, because I do thrive in business astrology, I would say the best thing you can do for yourself at this time is get your shit structured. Figure out your business plan. Redo it. You got to have a plan. The marketing, the business side, the promotion, the connecting with people side, it's Aquarius. So you need to figure out how you can talk to a lot of people. If you're a business owner and you're not communicating with people who have a need for you and your service, your goods, you're making massive mistakes. Okay. You need to book a reading with me. If you're making that mistake, you have no plan astrologically and business wise, we got to sit down and talk, because this is going to help you structure yourself for that moment, for that work. All right. Having an idea of the energy and who you should be talking to and how is going to be implemented. I always recommend using social media. Most of the time it's free. If you have experience running ads, use social media first because it's free. And Saturn does rule technology. So does the 11th house. So does Aquarius. Use social media to grow your platform. Whatever social media people are using, all right? There's Neptune and Pisces still. I would highly recommend video platforms because of this. People are super involved with video right now. Video is top tier way to communicate. All right. Neptune and Pisces makes illusions even more elusive. So things on the screen, very important. Now, to maximize your money, how do we do that? I need you to go and study who makes the best videos for your business. If you're selling burgers and fries and shakes and stuff like this, you need to go look at and study McDonald's, Burger King, Sonic. You need to go look at Culver's. What is their marketing? What is their advertising? How do they push that out? And you need to get and model what they do. Why? Because they are the top brands in the world, at least in America. Okay. So if you're in Europe, you'd go and look at the top companies in Europe. If you're, for example, if you're a makeup artist and you live in Thailand, you need to study all of the Thailand MUA people, and you need to look at who's the top 5, 10 people and look at what they're doing. And you need to be doing what they're doing for you to get to the top. This is going to help you. A lot of people, I don't know what your goals necessarily are, but I do feel if you're going to do something, you should do it well. Because as a business owner myself, I value people coming and paying me again and again. And I like when people come to me again and pay me again. It means that they trust me. It means that I did something right. A lot of my customers come back, and I love that. And it gives me a really warm feeling in my heart because it means I did something right the first time, second time, fifth time. That's something you can write in your business plan. And that's how you can use the Saturnian energy. If you do the job really well, the karma of Saturn is this person's going to come back and pay you again because you did something really good. And that's how we make our money consistent. Okay. So I really wanted to share this with you because I feel like a lot of you, tell me your business, by the way. What kind of business do you run? What kind of business do you own? What kind of business do you want to run? I would love to I feel like I will too at some point. I will show you how I run my business. I'd like to teach some of you more how to like make money using social media and not necessarily relying on the social media platform to pay you right away, because a lot of you need instant gratification. You have bills to pay. I completely hear you and resonate. I think the biggest thing is having a plan makes it a lot more accomplishable. If we don't have a plan, if we don't have a schedule, it makes it so hard. So a lot of you have this ability and it's important to strengthen it. All right. Some of you have Virgo placements, Pisces placements, Sag, Gemini. When we plan, especially you four, when you plan things, they go really well. All right. Plans might change, but that's in the design. That's the point. Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, when you plan, things almost always go well. Something goes wrong, the whole sky needs to come down, but it doesn't because you had a plan, you know? And that's the really nice thing. Cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra. Who's the other one? Capricorn. When y'all plan, this is where you're at your highest level because now you're leading. People really need you to lead and they require you to lead. And when you lead, people follow. All right. If you have heavy cardinal placements in your chart, Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, Libra, people like you and follow you because you're a leader. This is really great, especially in social media. If you're an Aquarius or you have Saturn heavy in your chart, Saturn ruled chart, Aquarius rising, people require you to lead and take care of them. We got to be vocal though. We got to talk because Aquarius is an air sign, which means we got to share ideas and communicate with people. So this is really great. I would love to answer some of your questions here. I think there's a few people here. If anyone has any questions, you can type them and I will answer. I'll take like 4 questions. We'll just knock them out. Just to give you some ideas of what you can do. By the way, you can always please pull up the information that I talked to you about here. I will be changing up my website a little bit so that at the bottom of my website, there'll be resources for you to go and click on so that you can remember pieces of your chart, so that you can remember certain things about your chart. I think that'd be really great. So who has questions about Saturn retrograde? What does it mean? So you have a Capricorn rising. Cool. Let me see your chart. Would y'all rather me show you a real example, or would you rather me just explain it in my head? What sounds cool? Sag rising, Cap in your first house. Let's do a little vote. Would you prefer, out of the two options, I go through, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and share this video with a friend. Make sure to comment too. If y'all comment, like this video, share this video in the first few minutes, it really helps with getting this video out to other people who might and may and probably do need this information. So do I incorporate Vedic? Yes, I love Vedic astrology. A lot of my ideas are coming from Vedic. I study all astrology though. Okay, you'll share your birth info. Let's get it. I'm ready when you are. And if you're watching this, I'm about to enter in the birth chart information and look at the chart. If you're watching this, or excuse me, listening to this, thank you for your support also. Is that September or March? All right. Everyone double check I said this correct. I typed this in correctly. September 3rd, 1988, 3:15 p.m. New Rochelle, New York. Okay, perfect. And the question here is, what does Saturn return mean for a Cap rising? So first of all, I'm using whole signs because I like to teach on whole signs. Are you using? Okay, this is the chart that they are referencing. So this is Sag rising. Sagittarius is rising here because this is the rising sign line. This is the ascendant line, excuse me. The ascendant line is inside of the zodiac sign Sag right here. So this does still make the first house, because Capricorn is here inside of the first house, because these lines here are inside of these lines. This makes it a Capricorn first house. All right. So when we're looking at Aquarius is falling in the second house. The second house in astrology, the reason why I'm saying second house is because majority of Aquarius is in the second house. The second house has to do with resources, money, what you store, what you save. It has to do with elements of your home, the output of your home. What does your home do? It has to do with work. So when you have Saturn transiting your second house, like it is retrograding in your second house, this is what it's going to look like. It's right here in Aquarius in the number 2. What does that mean? Again, Saturn is in Aquarius, so this is a great time for you to do the communication things that Aquarius wants from you. What do you do for work? What do you do for money? What do you do for resources? This is what you want to be thinking about. Are you doing the work? Are you doing the work you want to be doing? And the work that you want to be doing, do you have a plan for that work so that it gets done correctly? It's like baking a cake. How many of you have ever baked a cake? Let me know. What kind of cake have you baked? Or baked cookies? How many of you have baked cookies? How many of you have done that kind of activity before? No one? No one's baked a cake? No one's baked cookies? Ever? Okay. That's good. I just look crazy. Claire says, I have. What did you bake? What kind of cookies? Oh, you baked both? Icron Collectives has also. Chaotic Bruja has. Level 2 is making. Are you making cookies or cake right now? That sounds fire right now. Warm cake? That's crazy. Chocolate chip cookies? Okay, bet. Send me some. I like baking and could bake them from scratch. Perfect. How many of you have ever baked without a recipe? You saw something being cooked and you didn't use the recipe. Chocolate chips. I could bake from scratch. I love that. How many of you have baked without using a recipe? How well does it usually go? The first time, let's just say you saw something, let's just say you saw a very nice German chocolate cake or something, and the recipe had a whole bunch of stuff. Would it be easy for you to bake a cake that you saw one time or tasted one time without a recipe? Would you rather do it with the recipe or without the recipe? And by the way, you only get one chance. You only have ingredients to do it one time for the next year. Would you do it with the recipe or without the recipe? Chaotic Bruja said you can make up a recipe sometimes. Do y'all have a better chance of having a cake or your cookies come out with the recipe or without a recipe? I see with the recipe is best. Yeah, with the recipe. So I'm going to give you the recipe here. All right. When we are using Saturn in the second house, we got to ask, what does Saturn do? Saturn is karma. Everyone type karma. What does the second house mean? The second house means resources. So karma plus resources. What does Aquarius mean? Communicate ideas. So karma plus resources plus communicate ideas. All right. So it is in a karmic alignment with you right now for you to get more resources by sharing your ideas, by sharing your thoughts, by listening to people. This is a great way how you could be making money over the next 4 months. What are some ways to talk to people? Well, podcast, YouTube channel, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, write a book, start a local television station, start DMing people that you want to collaborate with and let them know what you have to offer so that it will be mutually beneficial. Okay. These are things that you want to start working on. Sending emails, sending text messages about what you're doing, what you're working on to people. That's what Aquarius wants to do because it's an air sign, shares ideas and communicates. Okay. Is everyone understanding this? Type 111 in the chat. And if everyone's understanding, the second house means money. So doing those things will directly bring money. All right. How does the karma fit in? Make sure your customers are happy. Make sure the people you're helping are happy. Make sure the people that you're connecting with are happy. That's it. Simple. That's the recipe. We want to take the planet, the house. We want to look at the zodiac sign and what else is in the house with that zodiac sign. For those of you who are a little bit more advanced, we would go into the actual transits and see, oh, okay, what are the aspects? What are the transits to the aspects? This is the transit. These are the aspects to the natal chart. Okay. These are the aspects to the transit chart. The transit chart is what's currently going on. The natal chart is a chart that doesn't move. It's a static chart. It doesn't move. It just has to do with the person's birth. So where is Saturn making aspects into the chart itself? In conjunction on Venus, semi-square on Mars, Saturn sextile, Uranus sextile, ascendant sextile. These are all positive things. So the Saturn retrograde is going to bring you a lot of positive things. I see here with Lilith, you might have to think about what your boundaries are. Lilith represents boundaries. Okay. It can also show up as deep-rooted trauma around what you deserve. All right. So this 4 months, you could be thinking about that. All right. What else? Conjunction, Saturn, Priapus. Priapus has to do with fertility, reproduction. If you're thinking about doing anything with children on that level, or working with other people's children, working with other people's children, this could be beneficial. Working with women's health, men's health, reproductive health. Priapus works with reproductive health very well, if that's your industry. All right. Vesta, Nessus, all of these asteroids. And I've talked about a lot of these asteroids before on TikTok. I will be going through them differently here on YouTube. I feel like just knocking them out would be very fun. So definitely this season for you, iCrown Collective, is the right time for you to look at all these squares. What are the challenges in your life? How can we meet them? How can we meet them and break through them? This is going to make you a really great, strong person. All right. So everyone type karma. Everyone type. What else do we need to know? After the planet, karma, the planet has to do with karma. The second house, everyone write resources. Karma, resources. What does Aquarius mean? Sharing ideas and thoughts consistently. Okay. The karmic thing to do. Karma doesn't mean right or wrong. Karma is what you put out, it's what you get. So complaining during these the kind of transit, Saturn and Aquarius, this is not a good time to be complaining. This is a good time to be wanting to seek happiness and friendship with people. That's going to help you. It's going to make things really great for you. It's going to help you grow. All right. Massive, massive growth. All right. Also, now that we've delineated that, so remember, karma, second house, resources like money, food, and savings, things like this. Aquarius, with your friends, sharing those ideas. People, groups, sharing those ideas. Clients, customers, sharing those ideas. Your journal, sharing those ideas. That's exactly how you're going to use this energy. Use it. not be affected by it. Because if you know it's happening, then you can do something about it. Okay. And I want you to feel empowered to do that. As long as your awkward question's appropriate, go for it. And I totally lied. I think I'll just do like one more person's chart. I said four, but I didn't realize it'd go that deep. You're a manifester? Me too. Informing people, very, 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 very helpful. Very, very, very helpful. What if you have people sending you negative energy during this time? So, the best way to convert that is to treat yourself how you want life to treat you. Whenever people treat you negatively or in a way that you don't enjoy, just remind yourself that on some level you may be attracting this because it's supposed to help you heal and transform. If people are sending you negative energy during this time, this can be a sign that you're needing more support. This could be a reminder that you are seeking something deeper within yourself, because for you to feel that means you know, and knowing or feeling that is something you need to respect. Saturn talks about if someone's so focused on your downfall, it will eventually help them lead to their own. But if you're focused on uplifting, if you're showing care and concern and having your boundaries and being clear with them, and making sure that you are delivering that energy, I feel like things will work out really well for you. Making sure that you are supportive of people around you, hoping that pour into the people around you, you should be fine. All right, this will help you a lot. The people that resonate with you, those are the people you really want to be paying attention to right now. The people who don't resonate with you, let them self-destruct. That's the energy. Work past them silently. Work past them. Okay. This is gonna be super cool. Where's my super chat to donate? I have no clue how to set that up yet. Um, you're gonna have to tell me. I don't know. I didn't even know that was a thing. Mm, let's see. I think I can do it for moderators. Let me see. It's a little process. Anyone else have questions? Mm, let's see. Yeah, I do not know how to do super chat yet. I'm literally figuring it out right now. Anyone else have any questions? And if you want me to go through the second chart, or if you want to be the second person to get read, go ahead and comment. All right, cool. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. I think we're good. It should be ready. Let me double check. You're super welcome. Okay. So next, let's see who came in first. All right, I'll have y'all pick. So Chaotic Bruja sent in the information first, but I believe Queen Mama Beat asked first. Who should I choose? I'll have y'all pick. Chaotic Bruja says, I pick me. Always choose yourself. I love that. Heads or tails? Yeah, I'll do heads or tails. Let me find a coin. Oh, I have something. All right. Heads is Chaotic Bruja. It's heads. All right. I saw 0209. 1981. Time 9:42 a.m. Whittier, California. All right. Cool. So, what do you do for business? Chaotic Bruja. What do you do? Aquarius is going to be in your. Let's look at the whole sign first. It looks like I prefer whole sign because it answers this question of what house is it in right away. It's in your 11th house. This is really good. Okay. I have this in my 11th house too. Aquarius in my 11th house. It has to do with other people. I actually took a lot of notes earlier on the 11th house. The 11th house is gains, things that you'll be gaining, things that will come from your investments in technology, children, things that you create, recognition. You could get rewards and fame from the 11th house as well. Anything in the 11th house is really great because when Saturn goes retrograde, it makes things that could have happened suddenly stop. It makes things that would have unexpectedly happened not happen. All right. It slows things down for you. So this is going to be a great time for you to do that with your community, with your friends. You have your South Node here. South Node Aquarius people, they are very in tune with humans, people. You want to think about how you can get in tune with yourself right now, these next 4 months. Saturn's going to be in your 11th house. So you can help hella people. And this will help you get money, recognition, friends, all these things, all of your gains, all of the investments that you've been wanting to make, Bitcoin, with your business properties, with anything, anywhere you put money, set a hard intention as to what you want that money to do, grow, how much, 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times? How can you make steps for that to happen? That's going to be the key ingredient to this recipe. How can you help that? For example, if you're a business owner and you want to sell something, you want to sell a product or a service, do that. But then what can make it guaranteed is you running ads. Instead of you relying on just yourself, rely on technology because technology is ruled by Saturn, the 11th house, and Aquarius. Okay. So this is how you want to utilize that energy. Now, when we look at Placidus, it's a little bit over the 10th house too. Why? Because Venus is in the 10th house. Because Venus is in the 10th house, Venus rules over beauty, harmony, peace, attraction. This is going to make you very attractive in your career. If you've been wanting to switch positions, roles, get a different position, start a business, do it. Make a plan. Do it, market it, with the air sign energy. Okay, this is going to be really good. All right, this is going to be really good. Chaotic Bruja, you feel what I'm saying? Cool. What do you do for business? What are you doing now? And again, if any of you need personal one-on-one help, I do make plans for you, typed out plans, recommendations. If you're on social media, I do look over your account and give you some recommendations in a typed up form. I think it's really helpful for a lot of people to have it typed up, especially if you're making money online. This whole summer, by the way, is going to be the best thing to do. That's the smartest thing you could do, astrologically speaking, economically speaking, financially speaking. Selling products or services from your phone slash computer, iPad, whatever, is a very smart move. 100%. If you've been thinking about it, do it. Start. Find someone who can teach you. Pay them the money that they are asking. Don't spend $5,000. Don't spend $3,000 unless they guarantee you results and they can give you a money back guarantee. Spend $1,000. Spend $500. Why? Because you're gonna get that right back. Once you learn how to do that skill, selling things online, it's gonna pour right back into you. I sell my course at $497 because you do every single thing I said in that video, in those videos, excuse me, you're gonna be able to afford way more than that in the second course. And that's why people have courses. A lot of people don't like buying courses because they don't know what they're gonna get. Look for someone who gets results. Look for someone who's earning. Study from them. Do they drive a nice car for show, or are they in debt? If they look like they could be in debt and they're just doing it for show, that's not who you want to rock with. You want to look at people who do it because they love it, do it because they care. Those are the people you should be rocking with, especially with courses. You got to think, who is this teacher? What are they trying to teach me? Graphic design, but more technical role. Okay, if you're a graphic designer, if you want to work corporately, going corporate would be good. Have a plan, make a plan with your manager on how you can get to the next position. If you're a graphic designer and you're freelance, you need to position yourself better than every other graphic designer on Fiverr. You need to go to LinkedIn and look at every other graphic designer. What does their page and profile look like? Because people are getting hired directly off of LinkedIn. I've gotten readings off of LinkedIn. Making sure your account is good. What does your YouTube look like as a graphic designer? Are you teaching anyone anything? Because if you're teaching people stuff, they will trust you more. They're more likely to buy from you. They're more likely to work with you. If you're not teaching, it's hard for people to trust you because they don't know that you know that thing unless you show that you know that thing. Okay. How's your social media presence? Do you show off your work or do you show off yourself? Do you have a brand for yourself so that people can trust you? These are things that you want to think about. Because if people trust you, they're more likely to work with you, which means you get paid more for your work, which is great. So these are some things that I would definitely think about, especially those of you who are artists. I'm sure a lot of people who are artists will watch this video. So really grateful for all of you. Really grateful for the questions. These were great. Chaotic Bruja, if you have a last question, you didn't really ask one here, I would love to answer that for you. Outside of that, if you haven't already, like this video, hit the share button, share it to somebody, comment in the comment section what you'd like me to talk about next. I know a lot of people have been requesting a house video, so I will prepare for a house video for you. That would be really fun and exciting. Um, yeah, you just started a brand new TikTok and you're not sure what to do with that. Check out my course. Shoot me a DM on Instagram or an email. I will show you the first slide of my course, or I can just show it to you here. Those of you who are looking to grow on TikTok, this is a really great program we have here going on. Let me show you quick. I'll show you the course. The course is for those of you who want to grow on TikTok quickly. Um, the the faster you grow on TikTok, the more you know about how to grow on TikTok, the faster you'll grow on TikTok. When I first got on TikTok, it took me a year to get like 2,000 followers. Then I learned what to do and how to do it correctly, and it changed everything. The lowest amount of followers anyone's ever gotten with me is 6,500 followers. 6,500. That's the lowest amount of followers anyone's gotten using everything I've told. The person who's gotten the highest, 560,000 followers, me. Okay. So here's the course. Let me share it with you real quick. Here's the course here. Very simple. I've laid it out into 4 parts that have directly to do with building, and then one where it shows you exactly what will ruin your account. So go through this course. It's going to be about getting started with TikTok, how to find videos that you need to be making, because a lot of times we try to just post, and that's not the approach. You need a recipe. You got to have a recipe to what you're doing so that you can do it and feel comfortable doing it. And when you do it, you won't feel uncomfortable, which will help you do it more. That's a very big point, because how you feel when you're posting is so important. And I really go into that in this course because your mindset helps you execute. What you're thinking about is going to show up in your content. So we got to be really, really, really aware of what that is. All right. So one second. Let me see if I can. Here it is. Okay. And then someone said, "Yeah, let's do a house video." I agree. We'll do. Would you prefer it all 12 or part 1, part 2? Because those usually go well. So this is the whole curriculum when you get in. Do I need a niche? Do you or do I need a niche? Absolutely not. You do not need any type of niche at all. You do not need to talk about anything specific at all when it comes to TikTok. TikTok is not for talking about one specific thing. If you are someone who likes a lot of different things, like any normal human being that has ever lived ever, that is exactly what you should be posting, is all 10 of the things that you love, your favorite snacks, your favorite topics, your favorite hobbies, world events. You should be talking about who you like, who you don't like, why you like them, government things. Anything that you feel like speaking on is what you should be talking about. So we go through in this what's important for you to realize, what's important for you to know. I recommend as you go through this course, you identify with yourself the 5 to 10 people in the world that you really like, that you really support their work. And that's who you should be modeling and hoping to reach in your goals. This will help you achieve your goals once you have an idea of what you want. So I appreciate all of you so much. I do have my readings 20% off right now. You can click, if you look in the description, it'll bring you to my website. Sign up for the upcoming Sagittarius full moon class. I'm going to be teaching you how to use Sagittarius in your chart. I'm going to be teaching you how to reach people globally with that information. With that class, how to have international clients, how to reach people around the world using social media, using the internet, how you can benefit yourself, how you can talk to people and meet people around the world, go to those places. We'll be looking at astrocartography. We will go into astrocartography and see how to look at where you need to be traveling, where you need to be living in that class, based on your chart, which is super fun, super cool. I've definitely been using it this whole year to travel, and it's been amazing. It's made things a lot more simple. So I'm so excited to work with you on this because teaching you this will help you take it to the next level and start manifesting with astrocartography, with your chart. Once you start manifesting in alignment with your own energy, you're unstoppable. A lot of people give me, they'd say a lot of things about me, good and bad. And I see it as a result of my work that I do with myself, with my chart. So I want to share that with you because I feel like the more you go deeper into yourself, it'll offer you all those cool tools. So I really appreciate you. Someone said the parts are up. What parts? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll decide. I'll decide how many parts we'll do to the video. But I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. And I'll catch you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, check out the website, and let me know how you like my music. Shoot me a DM. As usual, shoot me a DM if you have questions so I can get you in the right place. Toodles.